All right, friends. This is my favorite training to do. Favorite. Where's my bag? I'm gonna need it. Oh, so sorry for the cleavage shot. You're welcome. What's up? So we are going to talk about goal setting, both personal and business, okay? This is going to be super quick, super sweet. I do have a shit ton of resources for you, though. I love goal setting. I love accomplishing goals. I love teaching you guys how to write your own success story. So this is by far and away my favorite fucking thing, okay? Because this video is probably going to be one of the shortest videos, but what you do with this video decides whether or not you're in business 6 months or a year from now and what that business looks like, okay? So, here we go. I hope you guys are ready. Setting goals is hella important, okay? Every successful person, hold on, I have to pull up my other resources here. Every successful person writes down their goals. Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins, Beyonce, okay? Every successful person, regardless of their fields, their industry, their whatever, they write down goals. And you will see this from success talks, anything from TED Talks to self-help books to Facebook. Write down your goals. You're statistically way more likely to achieve them. And here's some really cool, crazy facts, okay? Just by writing down your goals one time, your odds of accomplishing those goals goes up 80%. 80%. People who write their goals down daily and review them daily pretty much never miss their goals. I know that sounds crazy, but like some of y'all, here's my thing. If success was guaranteed, what would your business look like for next year? If success was guaranteed, what would your personal life look like for next year? I want you to pause this video right now, and I want you to write down, if you were guaranteed to succeed, you could not fail, okay? The stars are going to align perfectly. Nothing bad is going to happen. Nothing could possibly go wrong. If everything was perfect, you're guaranteed to succeed. What would your pure romance business look like 1 year from right now? I'm serious. Pause the video and do the exercise. Because I know at least one of you didn't. Pause the video and do the exercise. Okay? If you were guaranteed to succeed, nothing could possibly go wrong, what would your personal life look like next year? Would you be married? Would you be single? Would you be in the relationship that you're in now? Would you be in a different relationship? Would you not be in a relationship at all? What would your body look like? Do you want to gain weight? Do you want to lose weight? What would your hair look like? What would your relationship with your children be like? If you do have a significant other and picture perfect dreamland, what does that relationship look like? Would you have pets? Would you not have pets? What would your house look like? I'm talking picture perfect dreamland, y'all. The stars are aligning, and you can have whatever the fuck you want. What would your life look like 1 year from now, personally? Pause the video, do the exercise. Like I said, this is a short one, but this is the most important one, okay? So, I don't care if it's fucking cheesy. It works. It's actually based on quantum physics, so fuck around and find out. All right, so your goals should be SMART, sort of, okay? SMART goals, it's the little chart thing, you know, they should be specific. And this is true. When you're writing your goals, both for personal and both professionally, it should be very specific. For me, my goal for 2022, I want to do 4,448 in sales. I don't have it in front of me, and I should. I haven't actually done the math because we're just a smidge early. That's on my shit for next week. Okay, my goal for 2021 was $2,224. Why the fuck I'm fucking this up? I'm not re-recording, okay? I'm a real person. This is what you get. $200,224 in sales. Okay? So that is very specific, and there's an end date on that. I wanted to do 200,224. I can't say the fucking number. I wanted to do $200,000 in sales by December 31st, 2021. Specific. My original goal, and we blew this shit out of the water, it was to add 64 girls to the team as a whole by the end of December. See, I got no problems when it comes to your guys' shit. Okay, so very specific, all right? This says, what do you want to accomplish? Why do you want to accomplish it? What are the requirements? And what are the constraints? I do not want you to worry about fucking constraints, okay? The only limits in life are self-imposed. Science has actually proven this. So have a shit ton of successful people, okay? So all I want you to think about while you're getting specific with stuff is what do you want to accomplish and why do you want to accomplish it, okay? Measurable. All right, saying I want to lose weight is not fucking measurable. Like, you lost a pound, congratulations. Saying I want to gain weight, not measurable. You gained a pound, congratulations, okay? It needs to be specific and measurable so you know that it is doable, all right? Saying you want to make money. If you made $1 more than you did in 2020, congrats, you made more money, okay? You need to be very specific and it needs to be measurable, all right? It needs to be something that you can actually track, okay? We'll talk about that more in a second. Okay. The next thing is achievable. And when I want you guys to maintain those dreamland goals, okay? Because your dreams are achievable. Achievable basically means that it is something that you can break down into action steps, okay? It doesn't mean you have to be realistic. Realistic is a really shitty way of saying stay in your comfort zone, and that is a lie that people get told all the time. My personal theory is being realistic is a lie we tell poor people to keep them poor. It's bullshit. Throw that word out of your vocabulary. When we talk about achievable, that means that there are actual action steps that we can take to make it happen. And I guarantee there are, unless you put down something crazy for your goal, like you want to turn into a whole ass other person, or you want to mate with an alien or something crazy like that, okay? For most people, your goals are going to be achievable because they're going to be something in the realm of possibility. All right, relevance. Is this something that is worthwhile to you? And is it something that you really fucking want? You will hear people talk about timing. Timing does not matter. There is never a perfect time to do anything. There's never a perfect time to have a kid. There's never a perfect time to get married. There's never a perfect time to get treatment for a medical condition. There's never a perfect time to prioritize yourself. There's never a perfect time to run your business. Perfect timing is another lie that society will tell you. Throw it out the fucking window. I just want you to I just want you to think about, is this worthwhile and is this something you legit want? And it should be, if you actually did the exercise and put yourself into picture perfect dreamland, it should all be things that you want. Time bound. That just means you're going to do it in the next year. You're putting some time constraints on it. Guys, worst case scenario, you shoot for the moon, you miss, you land among the stars, okay? Failure is a key ingredient to success. So now what we're going to do is we're going to break your goals down into action steps. I'm going to show you how to do that. After this video is over, you're going to send me your goals and your action steps, okay? So we're going to use mine from 2020 as an example. I'm going to show you guys the exact process that I did. I took $224,000 in sales, okay? and I divided that by 12. I needed to average 18,666 in sales each month. Well, now this is the part where you look at this number and you go, what am I willing to do to make that happen? And with retail sales, you have two options. You can do more parties and put less pressure on yourself to have a high retail, or you can have a higher retail and do less parties. Me personally, I like to do less parties and a higher retail. It puts more pressure on each individual party, but then I'm not doing a shit ton of parties every month, okay? And keep in mind, guys, I've been in business for 6 years. My goals may not be your goals. And okay, if your goals are my goals, it's still doable. There are plenty of people who had a $200,000 a year their first year in business. You're just going to have to work at it, and we're going to have to work one-on-one more, and I'm here for that, okay? I will never tell you that you can't do something. So what I like to do is, generally speaking, I am willing to do up to 20 parties a month. So if I was doing it by parties, I need a 930, numbers are hard. Brain damage, it's fine. Don't laugh. I legit have brain damage, but also if you laughed, we're going to hell together and it's fine. So $933 is what I would need to do if I'm going to maintain that 20 party average. But let's say I'm going to do something different. And when I say I'm doing 20 parties, guys, I'm only doing like 4 parties a month. I'm just streaming into multiple locations, so it's not the same. Don't let it freak you out. So we'll go back to that 18 number, okay? And let's say I only want to do 12 parties a month. We'll take it divided by 12, and now I need a $1,500 party average. Take your sales goal. Let's say, hypothetically, you want to hit President's Club your first year in business. Totally doable, and I'm going to show you how. For President's Club, you need $75,000 in sales. You're going to divide that by 12, because there's 12 months in a year. You need to do $6,250 in sales each month. If you were just going to have average parties, that $750 average that each party is, you're going to do 9 parties because you can't do a third of a party. You're going to do 9 parties. This is assuming a worst case scenario where you're only getting orders from parties. You don't have outside orders. Your VIP group's not doing what it's supposed to do. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? So 8-ish parties is doable because they're usually 4 weeks. That's 2-ish parties a week, right? But let's say you really don't want to do 2 parties a week, but you still want to hit President's Club. You can divide that by 4 parties, and you're looking at that $1,500 average. $1,500 per party is the average anyways for people who are in leadership, okay? We will teach you how to do that. Don't let those numbers freak you out. You can break it down even further, guys. And this is one of the ways that I have done it for myself is I've given myself options. Okay, I want to hit this number in sales. I can do it by having this many outside orders at this amount, but I can also do it by having this many parties at this amount or this many parties at this amount. I like to give myself options, and then I'll work on each one, and I'm guaranteed to hit my goal. Again, talking about President's Club, I think you need 24 activations. Recruit math is different, so bear with me. You need 24 activations, okay? With our team, 70% of the people activate. With other teams, it's like 30 to 50%. Oof. Okay, so we're going to take this divided by 0.70. That means you actually need to recruit about 35 girls. We divide that by 12, because again, 12 months in a year. You have to sign 3 girls a month. We usually have 2 kit sales a month. You need to sign 1 to 2 girls per kit sale. Super simple, and leadership is going to help you do that. Every single one of you can hit President's Club and get all of that swag, that free product. It's like $650 in free product, travel vouchers, all sorts of cool shit. You can all hit that your first year in business if that's what you want to do, and there are a shit ton of ways to do it, okay? So take your business goal and break it down, all right? Whatever your sales goal is, divide it by 12. because that's each month, and then divide it by how many parties you're willing to do or how many outside orders you were willing to get or whatever. And it's going to help tell you what size orders you need, what size parties you need, so on and so forth. And then you're going to take that to myself and message me, and I'm going to show you how to make it happen. Okay, same thing with recruiting. Personal goals. You're also going to send me your personal goals, because chances are somebody else on the team is going to have similar personal goals, and somebody else on the team is going to have similar business goals. What we're going to try to do is line you up with somebody who is shooting for similar stuff, and we're going to have you guys be accountability partners, so you have somebody to bounce ideas off of, somebody to encourage you when shit gets hard, somebody who's going through it with you. Again, you might be in business for yourself, but you're never going to be in business by yourself. For some of you, there might be goals that you're ashamed to share, okay? I want you to share them anyways. And what I mean is, maybe you're struggling with addiction and you don't want anybody else to fucking know. Well, we have other people on the team who have gone through that, who are clean and sober, and they would be more than happy to be an accountability partner for you. Maybe you're struggling with self-love, or you're dealing with issues related to your mental health, and you really want to focus on your mental health. That's your personal goal, okay? You just want to be okay. You just want to be happy, depending on where you're at, depending on how bad your depression and mental health is. Being happy sounds like a fucking lie. Being okay sounds doable, and I get that. So if your personal goals revolve around mental health, dealing with loss, dealing with grief, dealing with self-hatred, self-loathing, addiction, even the hard shit that is scary to talk about, we talk about it here, and we're going to set you up with somebody who is going to help you through it and help you stay accountable and not let your head trash get the best of you, okay? That little voice in your head that talks shit, all right? And when it comes to certain things, I mean, you might get stuck with me as an accountability partner, so buckle up, buttercup. It's a sweet fucking ride. Keep that in mind, all right? It might be somebody who's new and has similar goals. It might be a leader who's gone through something that you're personally going through and can help you through it better, okay? So share the goals that are scary. Share the business goals that are scary. Maybe your goal is like huge and you're like, oh my God, I want this so fucking bad, but I have no idea that I can do it. I have no idea if I'm worth it, blah, 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 okay? Even share those goals. We will break it down. We will make it achievable. As long as it's measurable and it's specific, we got you. We will make that shit happen. My big scary goal that everybody tells me is fucking crazy is for 2022, and from basically, it's August 11th, 2021. From this point forward, my goal is that not only do we have a 70% activation rate, 70% of our team hits positions of prestige. Other people think I'm fucking nuts, but I know we can do it, okay? Because we actually like each other, and we support each other, and we don't believe in limitations here, all right? We believe in fuck around and find out. Hey, so do your goals. Do your goal exercises. Send me your goals. If you're comfortable doing so and I'm not your immediate upline, send your goals to your leader as well. But if you're only going to send them to one person, I am the person that you send them to. I will communicate with your leader, but I actually track everything. All right. Speaking of tracking, I'm going to show you guys. This is the tracker that I use. I got it for free off the internet. So this is my recruiting tracker. I call it Building an Empire because that is our team culture. We are building an empire. We are bad, bougie, boss bitches, okay? And I'm fine with that. Every time I get a girl, I color it in. Every time you guys get a girl, I color it in. It is different colors. I do print it off because I'm a paper person, and I just print multiple copies, okay? I do the same thing. Whoops. Where'd you guys go? Boom, found it. Okay. I do the same thing. I use the exact same tracker for sales. Okay. But for these, each circle represents a person. I don't have my sales one handy, but for my sales one, each circle represents $1,000 in sales. Okay. So every time I get $1,000, I'll like color it in, and that one's got annotations all over the margin because I'm tracking how close I am to my next 1,000. I also use something very similar, well, exactly the fucking same. They're just all labeled something different because I'm also working on my book. So every time I get a chapter done, I get a color and a circle. The key to making this work 2 keys. One, you're keeping your goals in front of you and you're actively interacting with them. That is the number one indicator of whether or not you will succeed. It does not matter if your goals are doable or what the fuck ever. I mean, look at Elon Musk. That man gives 0 fucks about what other people think is doable. I want you to feel the same way, okay? If you don't know who I'm talking about, Google it. The guy sells rocket launchers and Teslas. All right? Don't give any fucks about whether or not something is doable. Just do the process. Get you a tracker sheet. I'll probably put this one on our team page, okay? Because I like it better than some of the corporate approved ones. Color in your little circles. Makes you feel good. Label them different. This one is building an empire, okay? And label it in a way that works for you. My sales one, I just called it shoe fund. That's not all I spend my fucking money on, but that's fun for me, okay? And I know it's my sales one. My book one is called like the top, where this one says building an empire. My book one says move over Stephen King, because I'm writing a horror novel. Label it something that works for you and color in your circles as you go. Measuring it and interacting with it will decide whether or not you succeed. So will your reward system. So, I fill this page, I get a tattoo. I fill this page, I get a new pair of shoes. So on and so forth. Let's see. And there's all sorts of fun stuff in here. I fill that page and I get to go bungee jumping. Super excited. Fill that page and I'm going to visit New Orleans, and the goal is to be able to visit New Orleans by Halloween time, because that's when I really want to fucking go, because it's spooky-ooky and I love that shit. So at the end of each page, you're going to put a little treat for yourself, okay? It doesn't have to be anything crazy expensive. What I did is the more pages I get through, the better the rewards get. And these are things that I actually want. I love tattoos. A lot of these pages say tattoos, okay? I love shoes. A lot of these pages say shoes. That doesn't mean I'm dropping $3,000 on a pair of shoes, although I might. More likely, though, it's going to be like, I love Show Story. They're super affordable, and they're very unique. So it'll be like an $80 pair of shoes, okay? Same, like, and I do this all the way down with my book stuff, because my book, and you'll do this with your personal goals as well, those are not automatic income generators, okay? So with my book stuff, my rewards tend to be things that I really want, but are of low monetary value. So when I get a chapter done, one of the things that is on there is I'm going to take a day, I'm going to do a facial, I'm going to do a mani, I'm going to do a pedi. I do all of that shit myself, so it'll cost me like $30. My significant other will take the kids and go do some shit, and I will have 2 hours for myself, and that is one of my rewards for getting a chapter done. So it's lower price range, because that's not an income generating activity. Do that same thing with your personal goals, okay? If your goal is that you want to be a certain weight, once you hit, you've got your page filled, okay, or maybe part of the way filled, you can divide this up if you need to, like, whatever it might be. Let's say you get to here and it's time for you to reward yourself. You can reward yourself with weight stuff by buying an article of clothing in your goal size, okay? And if you do that and you hang it up, your chances for success, again, just went up significantly. You have to reward yourself. If you do not reward yourself, you will not succeed. You only need to do 2 things to accomplish any goal. Interact with it and reward yourself along the way. So, figure out your personal goals, figure out your business goals, dream big, get fucking crazy, okay? We're going to make some magic happen, I promise, and send me those goals. Do it in the next, 15 minutes while you're still excited and not totally terrified. Do not overthink it. Do it quick and send it to me. If you give yourself the opportunity to overthink it, you will talk yourself into doing smaller shit, and we don't want that. Send us the big, scary shit. Send us the vulnerable shit, and we will help you make it happen, all right? Have a magical day, my friends, and I will talk to all of you soon.